Well, it's happening. National ID age verification is coming to the United States, with the White House and by extension the Trump administration committed to winning the AI race for the American people. Yep, so basically mass surveillance and collecting everyone's biometric data. They snuck in stuff about age verification in here, and I guess they just thought that we wouldn't notice or something. But yeah, we have some of the full documentation here, and yeah, they are talking about age verification nationally. And it goes without saying, I've said this in other videos too, but I just find it so funny that their whole point is to protect the kids and empower the parents, and yet there's an entire list of files out there where the top of the people in the United States government went to an island and are actual child predators, but none of the people on the list who was associated with this freaking guy over here, none of them actually got punished. But hey, they care about protecting the kids, right? And the funny thing is, I have to call them the files because if I say that dude's name, then the video immediately gets demonetized. But anyways, let's go look at some of the freaking documentation. So yeah, Donald Trump laid out the whole AI legislative framework to try to protect the kids and empower the parents, which again is funny because if you want to empower the parents, why are you forcing mandatory ID age verification across the country? Wouldn't the best way to empower the parents be, oh, I don't know, let them make the decisions for their kids instead of the government doing it first? But yeah, they claim that they want to win the AI race so humans can flourish, which is a paradox within itself. But anyways, here are some of their main goals for how they're going to try to protect kids using AI. So parents are best equipped to manage their children's digital environment and upbringing. The administration is calling on Congress to give parents tools to effectively do that, such as account controls to protect their children's privacy and manage their device use. You mean the things that already exist on pretty much every single major social media platform in the world? They all already have parental controls. The only problem is when the parents don't give a crap about the kids and throw an iPad at them and let them play on it for 10 hours a day, then yes, the kids are bound to see some bad stuff on the internet if they get unregulated use to the internet. Again, we have some of the more formal documentation here, and I will show you guys what they're really referring to is age verification. But anyways, the administration believes that AI platforms likely to be accessed by minors should implement features to reduce potential sexual exploitation of children or encouragement of self-harm. Again, they're trying to dance around the issue and they're trying not to say age verification, but what features are they exactly talking about? Parental controls, which again, like I said, pretty much every social media company already has. Next one is safeguarding and strengthening American communities. AI development should strengthen American communities and small businesses through economic growth and energy dominance. The administration believes that ratepayers should not foot the bill for data centers. So this is just some more AI related stuff. Respecting individual property and supporting creators. Okay, cool. Preventing censorship and protecting free speech, which again is hilarious because they want to implement ID age verification across the entire country. What the hell is that if it's not censorship and the violation of free speech? You literally won't let people use certain social medias if they don't go ahead and provide an ID or an AI facial scan. That is censorship at its worst. But again, like I said, they went ahead and framed this as protecting the kids and trying to win the AI race, but in reality, it is all about age verification, and they tried to sugarcoat it in this particular article over here, but they didn't want to go ahead and outright mention it. But again, like I said, we found some stuff. So Congress should establish commercially reasonable, privacy protective age assurance requirements, such as parental attestation for AI platforms and services likely to be accessed by minors. So basically what they're saying is, oh, we should have age assurance requirements. One of them can be, a parent's permission for their kids to do something. What? Are you serious? That's how it was before. If that's the case, then why are you guys pushing ID age verification across the entire country and the world as we speak? If all you guys really wanted was parental consent, how are you guys even going to enforce that without ID age verification? They're trying to dance around the subject, but in reality, what they want to do is they want to collect everybody's biometric data. They keep saying robust tools to manage their children's privacy settings, screen time, content exposure, and account controls. But again, a lot of those features are already in place in pretty much every single major social media platform. What they are doing right now is this administration is looking at a lot of the backlash that they're getting on the internet right now. Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, everywhere right now, people are against AI ID age verification and AI facial scans. So they're trying to be very careful with their rhetoric over here. You already know that this documentation and how it was written was already passed through multiple people where they took some things out and added some things in. That's why they put this little thing over here to be like, oh, don't worry guys, it's not going to be age verification with IDs. Your parent can just give you permission or something. If it wasn't a whole national push for age verification across the country, why would the Supreme Court go ahead and approve age verification on a few occasions in multiple different states? You know what their rule was? It was like, okay, so if a website has a third of their content being nudity or, adult content, then there should be age verification on the platform. Newsflash, that's literally every single social media that you can think of. All of them are full of nudity. I would say probably 50% of those websites, or pretty much every social media that you can think of, is likely full of a lot of nudity. So basically what the Supreme Court is implying is pretty much every single social media company should have ID age verification. It is a national push for age verification, and they're trying to disguise it. Now, there are organizations out there like NetChoice that are going ahead and fighting age verification laws. But again, like I've said in a few videos now, I have went ahead and supported NetChoice in quite a lot of videos. But again, they themselves are also partnered with Meta. As you can see over here in their members list, Meta is right over here. Now, as you guys, I'm sure recall, if you guys have seen the videos recently, Meta is actually the company that is funding all these ID age verification laws across the country. They are the ones that are lobbying and actually paying politicians to create bills around ID age verification and AI facial scans so they can collect biometric data on everybody in the country. It is about mass surveillance and control. So even though I respect NetChoice for doing what they've done and blocking a lot of ID age verification laws, I really need an answer from them, and I still haven't gotten one yet. I've made a tweet about this too, saying, I support NetChoice and everything like that, but why the hell are you guys partnered with Meta despite them being exposed for pushing all the ID age verification laws in the first place? So some people commented on this, including the Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, but one of the people who commented on this was saying anyone can be a member of the association. Most of them align with many of the policy positions in keeping the internet free. But this argument makes zero sense because all the members listed here are not all of NetChoice's members as a part of their association. There are 8 companies and organizations in one row. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 33. 33 members are listed over here as being part of NetChoice's showcase on their website. Like, look at all the cool companies that we're partnered with, right? 33 companies. Well, according to NetChoice's Wikipedia, which might not be up to date because it's from January 2026, there might actually be more members now. There are 13 companies and organizations in one column. So 13, 26, and it falls one short over here, so 38. 38 companies over here in their membership list, but only 34 listed over here on their homepage, which means that NetChoice handpicked some of these companies to basically showcase on their website, like, look at all the cool people that we're partnered with, all the popular companies are actually on our side. But again, NetChoice, I'm going to imagine, found out that Meta was actually going ahead and funding all these ID age verification laws at the same time that we did. There was a Reddit post that was made talking about how Meta is going ahead and funding all these ID age verification laws. So I would assume that NetChoice, when they would find out, when they would stop their partnership and association with Meta, because Meta is actually the villain in this whole situation. But not only has NetChoice not done that, but they've also not removed Meta from their homepage in terms of who they're associated with. So it makes me really feel weird about NetChoice as well. And I know people are going to argue that there are some of these other companies and organizations that have went ahead and supported age verification as well, but it's a little bit different when Meta is pouring in millions, possibly billions of dollars into age verification funding. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video I made over here. The Reddit post goes into great detail. But anyways, back to the whole national ID age verification laws that are being presented right now. The White House and the Trump administration really tried to bury it all in and thought that we wouldn't see it. But again, they're going to try to use this whole guise of protecting the kids. That's why we have mass surveillance, right? When in reality, like I said at the beginning of the video, if they really cared about protecting the kids, they would arrest pretty much everybody in the top of the government right now, because they are all in the files and they have all likely been a part of being child predators. So basically the hypocrisy is insane is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, national ID age verification could be a thing soon. If this administration gets their way, they are going to have all of our information and there will be absolutely nothing that we can do about it. Now, normally this would be the part where I would go ahead and promote NetChoice over here because NetChoice was doing a good job fighting ID age verification law. But now I don't know about them anymore because they are obviously in support of Meta. So instead, I recommend that you guys go over to a website called badinternetbills.com. From here, you can go ahead and pick any internet bill that you specifically want to fight against. Online ID checks would be the one that most of us want to fight against, as well as age gating bills. But honestly, a lot of these are really bad. But basically, pick whichever bill you want, and it'll allow you to go ahead and sign a petition. You can go ahead and email your local representatives. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, that's not going to stop anything or do anything. Well, I would at least want to try, as opposed to us all sitting on our asses and doing nothing. So yeah, badinternetbills.com, head over there and let's see if we can try to fight this together. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.